So I get this phone call from Mary. We have to cleanse this house. I don't know how much we can reveal. But I didn't want to do it. I called the woman. I'm like, are you sure she's not mentally ill? Because if what she's saying is true, I don't want to get involved with this. If what she's saying is false, she's mentally ill. And I did the cards. The card said, it'll be a challenge, but you should go. We had the best time. I feel like we were sent from a higher source.
I got a phone call from a woman, and she said, can you do a house clearing on December so-and-so at 1 p.m.? And I said, yes. Great, I'll see you then. And she hung up. No idea who she was or where I was going. And the day of the clearing, I got a call from someone and said, oh, are you going for that clearing? And I said, yes. And she said, well, you better be careful. This woman might be mentally ill. There's some talk of someone being murdered, and there's some other unsavory energies. You don't really know what you're getting yourself into. Of course, that's when Ingrid called this woman and thought, well, maybe she is crazy. But my feeling was, I'm guided, I'm protected, and so is Ingrid. And if we can be of service to someone, that's fine. And crazy could just be a manifestation of a spirit coming through this woman. We're there to serve and to help. And in the end, I think in this experience that we were served and we were helped.
I feel like I was blessed. This woman, I went to bless her wall, and I see all these plaques of her ancestry, of, a certain spiritual organization that your grandparents may have been involved in, high order. So this woman had a lineage, and we would go around the house, and it was this higher energy. It was the Christ consciousness. Do you want to talk about the Christ consciousness?
Well, there's an aspect of Christianity before it got bogged down into organized religion where it's a consciousness, it's a vibration, it's a knowledge, and it's palatable. It's something that you experience within your own heart and soul rather than through a priest or a minister. And this energy was part of her lineage. Her spiritual history was quite profound. And we were able to contact that. And we're very privileged to do so.
I felt the way some Jews feel going to the Western Wall and the way some Catholics feel going to the Vatican. It was that higher level, and I came home dancing on a cloud. And the woman was so lovely and so wonderful and sane. And I knew she was sane because she didn't want to talk about the horror she'd been through. She needed to tell certain people so we would know how to help her, but once we were there and were doing the job, she didn't want to talk about it. But she was great.
And one of the things that was interesting, we were outside, and one method of protecting a place is where, with your imagination, you invoke angels. And I always put I call it posting angels in the four corners of the property. And I told her that I had done this, and she says, oh yes, there's actually 32 angels here. She already knew that you can invoke angels. She already knew that there is a higher consciousness around us, and we don't have to give in to the fear that we experience in our lives. We can draw on something greater.
Mm-hmm. That was the most amazing thing.
So if somebody comes to you and says, oh, so-and-so is doing black magic on me, or I saw somebody involved in black magic, or there's a ghost or a spirit, don't immediately assume they're crazy. Because I get these phone calls that people think that, they're crazy, and it turns out to be real. And you go in, you clear it, and always with the help of angels or the Christ consciousness or Buddha, the green Tara, Kuan Yin, whatever it is you have an affinity for, and those forces will prevail.
And when you're doing the clearing, you feel energized and calm, so don't be afraid. That was the lesson I learned last week.